good news to catch you up on. Rick Siegel's been hot on the trail of one of our most elusive fugitives.
They called him the rooftop robber. Jeffrey Manchester had a unique M.O. Cops say he would drill his way into fast food restaurants, ambush the employees, lock them in at gunpoint, and make off with thousands in cash. He's suspected of staging dozens of stick-ups across the country.
You guys know what this is? Back up.
I just robbed Burger King. This is not a joke. I just robbed it. They're in the refrigerator. I'm not kidding. This is not a joke. Please check it out.
He not only taunted police, but managed to stay one step ahead of them. Until North Carolina cops finally tracked him down.
Get on the ground and see him happen.
Manchester would be spending more than 30 years in prison. At least that's what the authorities had planned. Cops say Manchester developed an elaborate plan of his own to break out of prison by slipping under a delivery truck and hiding himself from view. It happened last summer. Police knew he had hitched a ride to Charlotte, but then disappeared. That's when Manchester proved once again just how clever he can be. See this Toys R Us in Charlotte? Lots of people shop here. Jeffrey Manchester decided to live here, and he came up with a scheme the likes of which we've never seen. There was a panel covering this space under the bike racks. It led to a cubbyhole Manchester called home for 3 months. Then he outgrew it, so cops say he broke through the wall into an abandoned Circuit City warehouse next door.
Okay, we're now inside the subject's room.
This police video shows a 12 by 4 foot room constructed in the dead space under some stairs. It had all the creature comforts for someone to call it home. Toys, posters, a chair and bed, a bike and weights to exercise, a massive video and game collection, baby wipes to wash up with, all of it stolen from the Toys R Us. And to secure his hiding spot, he made bars to lock the door from the outside world.
The wooden one and the steel one. Oh, this is cool.
Realtors and police had passed by the secret room dozens of times and never suspected a thing.
He got paint strips and samples to match the paint that was in the Circuit City vacant building to make sure that he painted it correctly. He was quite crafty and smart and very meticulous in the way that he set all this up.
Manchester had carved out holes looking directly from the Circuit City back into the Toys R Us.
The camera.
And inside those holes, a baby monitor pulled apart to make homemade surveillance equipment.
A listening device.
He could spy on store employees and customers at all times throughout the day. But when the sun went down, police say Manchester came out of hiding to steal thousands of dollars of merchandise.
I don't think any of us could live in an active Toys R Us store around Christmas time and not be detected, but he was successful in that.
Not only were the cops unaware that Manchester was living here, but so were Manchester's closest friends. He'd become a regular at the nearby Crossroads Presbyterian Church, where the congregation knew him as John Zorn, a fun-loving, generous guy. No one knew his secret, not even the woman Manchester had started dating.
All I knew was that he was an analyst for the government, and that's what he told everybody. And that because of situations he was involved in, he could only reveal so much information. Gradually, I learned to stop asking questions.
Life on the run was working well for this clever convict until the day after Christmas. That's when Manchester got greedy. Police say he gave up on taking toys at night and decided to rob the Toys R Us for cash at gunpoint. When police responded to the robbery, they found the hidden room. They found the surveillance equipment. And most important of all, they found a can of paint Manchester had used. Lab technicians were able to lift a fingerprint from the can, and that print told them exactly who they were looking for.
They did fingerprints the other day off a paint can from Circuit City.
Now suddenly, cops were back on Manchester's trail. They made posters and began canvassing the neighborhood.
What's on that we're looking for?
A prison escapee?
Yes, ma'am.
Jeffrey Manchester.
Some of the business owners had said, yeah, we saw him in here 2 days ago. And then it was at that point where we decided we needed to go public with this information. So we ended up putting Mr. Manchester's photograph on the evening news.
From the Fox Charlotte Studios, this is Fox News at 10.
You need to be on the lookout for this man. Charlotte Mecklenburg police say Jeffrey Allen Manchester is armed and dangerous.
Manchester knew police were onto him, and he was desperate to cover his tracks. So he made an early morning visit, of all places, to the dentist's office. Not for an annual checkup, but to burn the place down. Those who work in this building say Manchester had been in this dentist office twice. Once for regular cleaning, and another time to fix a chipped tooth. But police say early in the morning on January 5th, he threw a rock through the front window, came into this reception area with a can of gasoline and doused it. Then came back here into the file room, doused this, and set it on fire. Cops say Manchester not only destroyed the dentist office, but also 14 adjacent businesses in the office park, all in an attempt to destroy his dental records and hide his identity. Those who work here say the most ironic part is there was absolutely nothing in Manchester's file that could have led police to him. But there were people who could lead police to Manchester. Church members who saw the fugitive's picture on TV told police they should go talk to Manchester's girlfriend because they were now worried about Lee's safety. She was stunned when a detective arrived at her office and showed her a wanted poster with a picture of the man she'd been dating. The man she knew only as the gentle and generous John Zorn.
I just began shaking, my heart began pounding, and I began to cry, and they wanted to convince me. They wanted to show me more.
So they showed her the AMW website. Once she saw it, she knew she had to do the right thing and agreed to help detectives set up a trap.
It's her birthday. He's going to meet her for dinner that night, and that was the perfect opportunity that we needed.
The plan was for the SWAT team to be waiting.
That's Temple.
As they set up, police drove Lee away from the apartment for her safety.
While I was in the car, I heard on the radio they could see him coming.
All right, clear the channel. He's pulling through the gate right now.
He drove up to the residence, and he had flowers for her birthday. He parked his vehicle. He got out of his vehicle. He quickly ran across the parking lot.
All right, he's out of the car.
He's running toward the door. Pete, bring your team in. Bring him in. Move.
They said he was approaching the door, and I heard my dog bark. I'm glad I wasn't there.
Stop, boys! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
He was an amazing challenge. We were very satisfied when we apprehended him. We've never seen anyone this immaculately calculating. He has quite an ego, and I really believe he didn't think he would ever get caught.
Manchester, Jeffrey Manchester.
That ego was certainly evident at Manchester's arraignment last month.
Mr. Manchester, you understand what you're charged with?
Yes.
I believe you're the guy I read about in the paper this morning.
All lies.
Beg your pardon?
All lies.
All lies.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they got you a nice place to stay over there.
It's craptacular.
Well, maybe so, but we're betting it's a lot more comfortable than the maximum security cell you'll be living in for a long time to come.